Hey everybody, Martin here from Over a Pipe. Welcome to Whiteboard Wednesday. I know the background looks slightly different, and that's because somebody destroyed my studio. So we had a long trip. I've got a lot of stuff that's going to be coming up, including the Let It Rip Friday. That one I'm still kind of working on. Whiteboard Wednesday, thanks to Padre Piper and his reference to Karl Rove, I'm going to start doing that. But we had a Florida trip before the kids went back to school, and we went to Disney. Great trip, wonderful trip. In fact, I'm going to put a whole video together for that one. It was great. And I was trying to figure out, I was like, this is going so well. We're just going to wait for the shoe to drop. Well, found out it was dropping at our house. So currently, I don't have a cool name for it because like Gribbly does. Maybe we'll call it the piping dungeon, because I think if most of you see all my Dungeons and Dragons stuff, that's typically above me. I do have other hobbies, and guess what? Those Tolkien fans and those fans of Rawlings, of Lewis, all those people that have those fancy things that they like. Yeah, well, I mean, a game came out for it, and it's a lot of fun. Regardless, I digress. The big thing is that's having to get repaired. I'm having to put up new shelving. It's a disaster. It's a big mess. But that's what was going on. So now I realize why we were having such a great trip. Besides that, I've got more videos to come concerning some pipe restoration that I'm doing. Some, probably, I guess you would call it like a poor man's pipe restoration, which is fine because I don't have the money or time to do something full-blown to get it to sell. For me, it's just to get it to smoke, and it's to learn a little more about my pipe. Let's see what else. So yeah, the Let It Rip Fridays. I like putting out some Monday videos, but for the most part, it's I think we're gonna stick to 3 for a while. So this is kind of like an update. Hey, right now here's where we're gonna be filming for a while until I get the dungeon. The dungeon workshop. Really it is. It's like my dungeon workshop. So when I get the dungeon torture room, torture rack, dungeon. For some reason I like the word dungeon. So the dungeon, we'll call it the dungeon. So whenever I get the dungeon back up and running, then we will head back to that environment. That's my comfy zone. That's where I like to do this stuff. This right here is my my work and editing kind of, all around, bland studio. But regardless, I mean, it works. It works, right? It works. So Whiteboard Wednesday. So there's I think for Whiteboard Wednesday, I'm going to probably point out typically the people that I watch, or that comment or contribute to my channel in other ways, whether it's shout outs, whether it's actual full conversation. I really like conversation. And just, what kind of relationships I have and information I have going forward. I would love to have a relationship with everybody. I would like, would I like a ridiculous amount of subscribers? Sure. But I like personal relationships too. Those to me are longer lasting and much more rewarding. But I would, please, don't not subscribe just because I said don't have subscribers. But yeah, so coming up, we'll have some more Let It Rip Friday, some more Monday videos, probably some Monday yabos. There were yabos in the dungeon, so I don't know what condition they're in right now. I mean, it's a wreck. As in, when I mean a wreck, I mean like London Bridge is falling down, Armageddon. Like, it's bad. It's bad in the dungeon. It looks like a dungeon. It looks like a collapsed dungeon. It's bad. So Mondays will probably be more of just specific videos. So specific videos, like if I want to work on a pipe, cleaning a pipe, if I want to work on, or if I want to discuss something like, what does tobacco taste like? I'm going to do a video on what tobacco feels like in terms of its moisture content. So I'm currently drying out tobaccos to varying degrees, so people can see that. And then what else? Just some more stuff. And then of course Whiteboard Wednesday. So who's on the whiteboard? All right. So who do I have on the whiteboard? So this week for the whiteboard, we've got Padre Piper. Kudos to Padre Piper for passing his exams for his two-wheeling adventures. Look forward to that. I know he's kind of complaining that he only has one video up there. That's okay. Just hang out there, Padre. You'll get there. I think, who was it? Was it Cobbett of the Shire that said he wanted Padre Piper to rename the channel to what was it? I think it was Padre Vespa Rider, like the Lowrider magazine. That would be great. I'm my vote. He's got my vote. Who else? NICU dads. This kind of ties into a video that Gribbly did, Max from Gribbly, where he's discussed his child going in. So there's a and I should have probably put a little subcategory for micro preemies, but I'm also a NICU dad. And it is, I'm one of the ones in the category that Gribbly discussed that, is only there for a week. So my daughter was there for a week. And it's tough. It's really, really tough. And it's scary. It's a real scary thing because anybody that's going to the NICU is not wanting to be there, and it's bad. You see a lot of things in there that just breaks your heart. So Gribbly was talking about his micro preemie, typing Piper, who also has a micro preemie. There was somebody that commented on Gribb's video, and I can't remember his name. I was trying to find it and I couldn't find it, but I believe it was I believe he mentioned it in the video, and I was trying to find it, couldn't find it. I know it's there somewhere. I'm just going past it or something. But, so there's plenty of people with micro preemies. And there's a lot of conditions around that. Thankfully, I was blessed that my daughter was not a micro preemie. She was a full-term child. However, during her birth, during breeching, unfortunately she got her lungs got filled up with what they should have pulled out, or sucked out of her mouth, and so unfortunately the doctor was not doing his job, and you have a child that's at risk. She became jaundiced. It was rough for a whole week, and there is nothing more impactful than feeling completely powerless when your child is they were great. The NICU people are so great. Bless their hearts for doing that job, because there are some that do not survive, and my soul just hurts to even consider that. But again, it was Gribbly had a great video talking about micro preemies. Go see his stuff. This guy has just got a great personality. I wish he would do audiobooks. There's two people that I wish would do audiobooks, and that is Max from Gribbly. I don't know. I like his voice. I think he's got a good one. And and Cobbett of the Shire. I don't know. British people, you could call me the worst names in the book, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's great. I feel so good. I don't know what it is, but and if anybody ever saw the UFC British versus America, those guys were so polite, and they beat those people's He knows. Yeah, it was great. It's so funny. But yeah, those two people I would love to hear, like, just some audiobook readings from them. I don't have that kind of voice. That's not my forte. And then of course, so make sure you're watching him. Make sure you're going to Padre. Support him on the Vespa. He's Catholic, so as they say, what is it? When in Rome, you know, just while you're riding your Vespa, as you go past somebody, I would like for you to go, ciao. Typing Piper. Typing Piper. I am trying to get this guy to do some Typing Tuesdays. I would love. There's a picture of him next to his typewriter, and I think it's on his images or profile. I would love. I would love to just have him sitting there typing something up while talking about issues that he has. He's got some that to me that the setup for that just, I mean, it just seems really, really cool, very dynamic, something different. If I had, a Royal or a Remington, I would be, if I had any kind of, I mean, if I had a child's typewriter, I would be and talking to people. But it's so I am definitely fascinated by that. So try to, if you watching Typing Piper, definitely let him know you'd like to see Typing Tuesday, and I'd like to see him typing from the side. Something, anything. I mean, just it's in my brain, so it looks really good. So we'll, you work it out. Other than that, that's about it. I mean, we're really. I'm really blessed that people even want to come and see anything that I have to say, and I'm glad that I can share a lot of this stuff with you. I'm glad that there's a lot of people in this community. Shout out to Derek Tant, though this dude has not come to my channel or chatted with me at all. Though I love the Strudel Pop Tart War. It cracks me up. But, he has promoted people going to Nashville. I would love to try to make that. I think that's going to be difficult for me. I have less of an excuse because it's only a handful of hours away from me because I'm in Georgia. So I don't really have much of an excuse, but except for I work a lot. Other than that, we're gonna do some more Whiteboard Wednesday. So stay tuned to find out who is on the whiteboard next. It could be you.